Hello.
It's all about Ghanaian languages. It's all about Ghanaian languages. It's all about Ghanaian languages.
Hello everyone. As promised for this year, we'll be having some linguistic lectures as well to climax this channel so that it's not only be about just minority language learning and the Ghana language learning, but rather it's going to be a whole channel that deals with languages, linguistics, and our minority language, as well as Ga and Dangme. We are not only handling one languages, neither am I only handling Ga and Dangme, but I have two channels. I have a Ga and Dangme channel as well as one language channel. That's Discover Guans with Huniah. So if in case you are interested in any of them, because this video is airing on both channels. So if in case you are interested in the other, you can just search Huniah and the two channels will come up. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about linguistics, okay? We are going to talk about what is a language. So what is a language? That's the first question. So I'm not going to strictly go to define, but I want to explain a whole lot before we define it. First of all, a language is a way people communicate. As I'm speaking, you can understand what I'm saying. Okay? And what is coming out of my mouth? It is words. Words are coming out of my mouth. And you could realize that the words, okay, I'm not just speaking words. Otherwise, I say, rababa, nak, nak, you don't understand anything. But then, as I am speaking, I could have said, as I am speaking, you understand. You understand not. You realize that, yes, I'm still speaking words which may be English, but I don't really understand. So, your words must be governed by a specific rules. And the rules are called grammar. So, when words are governed by a specific rules called grammar, okay, and spoken to a comprehensive note, then it is a language. So therefore, what is a language? A language is or a set of words that are spoken, governed by specific rules called grammar, to convey a specific meaning. Because whatever you say must convey a meaning, must speak to someone, must communicate. So this is what a language is. Okay. A language is not all what I'm speaking. Language can come in three forms. It can come in the spoken form, it can come in the written form, it can come in the sign form. When I say spoken form, what is spoken form? I'm speaking now, so this is a spoken language. Okay. Now, we can say that even though I can speak English, I can also write English. So, as we write English, we write Dangme, we write Gan, we write Chirikon, we write Latte, we write Gonja, we write Chumulu, we write Likpe, we write Efutu. You know, that's written form. Okay? And both the spoken and the written form can convey meaning. You can understand whatever the communicator is trying to communicate. Likewise, language could be in sign form, that is sign language. So now you realize some people they don't even speak, they don't, but they are doing their sign. You're able to understand anything they're saying. But I know the interesting thing, sign language can be written. That's in the braille form. Sign language can be written in the normal alphabetic form that we all know. It can also be written using braille. Okay, we can say braille using the English pronunciation or braille using the French pronunciation. Likewise, even spoken language, most of the times we accompany it with signs because sometimes I'll be like, come, come. And you know the funny thing, we in Ghana we say come. But when you go to Netherlands, they'll never say come, they'll say come, 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 come here, come here. Okay, so even Ghana, our sign that accompanies come is this, but elsewhere it is this, elsewhere it may be a different sign. Maybe yes, over here we say yes or no, but in some places this is no, okay, they have this sign no, and then this is yes, like that is the Hindu form. So interesting. Yeah, but like I hope you get it. So language comes in three forms, either spoken, sign, or written. And both of them are governed by specific rules because you can't just do sign language and think you are conveying meaning. There's a sort of rule that needs to govern whatever you are doing to convey a specific meaning. Now back to spoken language. Spoken language have variations. In Ghana here alone, we have language families. Okay, we have about 9 language families, which are Ga-dangme language family, Akan language family, Guan, Ewe languages, Senufo languages, Gur languages, and even under the Gur, we have the Gurunsi, Gurma, and then the Mole Dagbon. Most people say Mole Dagbon and include Mole Dagbon to cover Gurunsi and Gurma, but no. Mole Dagbon are separate on their own. They are a group of languages that call themselves the Dagbon people, and they are around Dagbon and Mole. That's Nanumba, Dagomba, Mampusi, Kusasi, Kamara. Kamara is spoken at Narbanga, then Vagla and Hanga. These are the Mole Dagbon languages. But then someone may hear Safalba and think Safalba is spoken closer to Vagla. So no, Safalba is a Gurunsi, sorry, it's a Gurma language. We'll delve into all this, but this is just the introduction. And even written language, you have variations. Let's take English. English as its way of writing, it uses the Roman alphabet. Russian, Ukrainian, Serbian, Bulgarian, they use the Cyrillic alphabet. Sino-Tibetan languages like Chinese, Korean, and Korean, they also have their own set of characters that they use to communicate. Arabic has its own characters, which is backward. Likewise, Hebrew, um Amharic, and co. So even written from the variations, spoken from their variations. Likewise, sign languages, there are variations. Someone may think sign language is not. Sign language, even in Ghana here, we have the general Ghanaian sign language as well as the Adam Roberts sign language. There are variations. Now, I'm not good with sign language. I just know a few, but from the little I know, even with English and Dutch, okay, sorry, with Ghanaian language, I thought that even can where our company will do this, but others do this. Even bottle, purely sign language. Some will say bottle as this, like they embody the bottle, okay, and some also do this to say bottle. Some do this to say bottle. So there are variations. Okay, so technically language always varies. Language doesn't stay the same, it keeps changing. So as language keeps changing, it brings us to the topic dialects. Now I made mention Ga-dangme languages. Ga-dangme languages, okay, is a group of languages. And when you go to Ga-dangme, we have the Ga language and the Dangme language. And even with the Ga language, we have variations. We have the standard Ga, which almost every Ga community speak. And we have variations with the Nungwa Ga especially. That's Nungwa. So you will not really say Nungwa Ga. You say it Nungwa dialect. It's still Ga, but there are some variations here and there. Likewise, the Ponga is also Ga, but has variations. When we get to Dangme, we have the Klo dialect. It's still Dangme. Somebody will say Krobo. It's not Krobo, it is Klo. We have the Adan dialect. We have the Shai Osudoku dialect. You have the Ningo dialect. And we have the Buglan. Buglan dialect is also very different. When we go to Akan, we have the Asante tree. And Asante tree, Kwehu tree, Achin tree is almost the same. Just some spot differences. Like Kwehu, instead of them saying Weya, they say Wela, Wela na mepe. But as actually say Weya na mepe. Just some spot differences. Maybe Tree will say dear he, but we would say near one he. Okay. Well, with Guan languages, we have differences. You have the Zima language, a Ni language, a Futu language. With the Futu language, we have dialect. Winneba has his dialect. Senya has his dialect. Then we have a variation of that language called Owutu. And Owutu itself has some variations. You have the Chirepon language, Edo has his dialect, and it goes like that. Let's take Dagbani. Okay, Dagbani is spoken around Dagumba. We have general Dagbani spoken around Tamale, and we have Nayale. Nayale spoken at Yendi. So there are variations. Every language, there's some sort of variation. Even Ewe, from every Ewe community, Anglo has its dialect, Wedome has its dialect, what's the name? Bogabe has its dialect, and it keeps on. We have the Ghana Togo Mountain languages, and over there we have the Bore language, Ikposo language, and even Ikposo, spoken like people of Akposo Kubi. There are dialects. You have the Uma, Iviu, and Co. And it keeps on. Now, in as much as there are dialects in almost every language, we have what we call a standard language. In most languages, they're not standardized. So if you read that most of my discovered ones with Huniah, I'm doing my best to standardize Guan languages because most Guan languages are not standardized. But then let's take a language like English, which is well standardized, that every country speaks already standardized English, yet American has a little twist to the standard English. Likewise, England, which is the originator of the language. Even in England itself, Irish or Ireland has their own English slangs that they speak, which is different from the main English. We have the Scottish English, which when a Scottish English speaks, you don't understand. Okay. Likewise, pidgins and creoles. Pidgins rise from standard languages. So we have pidgin English, we have French pidgin. Okay, we have Portuguese pidgin. Some of us does Portuguese also has pidgin. Yes, Portuguese has pidgin. It's called papiamento, and that's the one I know. Papiamento is a Portuguese pidgin, and some few other ones. Even Spanish, there's a Spanish pidgin spoken at the Philippines, and it goes on like that. But now, pidgins. Let me talk about pidgin. This is just an overview of pidgin. We have a lesson where we're going to delve deeper into pidgins. Now, when a pidgin is spoken by a community, okay, and it's the beginning, so it's a pidgin. But when the pidgin, now people accept it as a language, and when they give birth, they teach their children how to speak, and it becomes a national language. It's no longer a pidgin, it's now a creole. Let me give examples of creole. Sierra Leonean creole. So in Sierra Leone, they had a pidgin which evolved from the Nigerian pidgin, just as Ghanaian pidgin evolved from Nigerian pidgin English. But now Sierra Leonean pidgin, okay, now they teach their children how to speak, and it has become a national language. And the children are born and naturally they pick up that language. So because people are being born speaking that language right from birth, it's no longer a pidgin. And it's a national language that is now a creole. So even in Sierra Leone, call it creole. Creole. Likewise, in Nigeria is no longer Nigerian pidgin English. It is a creole because it's a national language, standardized, used in the news, and people pass it to their children. So it's a creole. That's why when you Google Nigerian creole, it's not Nigerian pidgin English. But in Ghana, it's not a creole because people don't pass it to their children. And in Ghana, it has not gained wide acceptance. People are still struggling to accept because they have the tag that pidgin is used by a specific group of people and tag guys. So it's not really. But in Jamaica, it is also a creole. And even in Jamaica, there are variations in the creole. You have the standard Jamaican Creole, and then the Chromantic Creole. Okay, Chromantic is also a variation of the Jamaican Creole, which has more Ghanaian words in them. So this is just our introductory class. What is a language? I hope your question has been answered. If it has not been answered, please do well to leave a comment in the comment below. Expect more because our next topic will be who is or what is a polyglot. Okay, but it may not come instant. Some Ga and Dangme as well as one lessons must flow small, then it comes. Just to make this channel a real linguistic channel, a linguistic and culture and minority language support channel. Thank you very, very much. Please do not forget, we need support. If you are attached to support us in any way, kindly let me know. You can see my number on the screen. You can also request for private classes for as a language I'm teaching on this channel, be it Ga-dangme, one language, any of them. Let me know, and I'll get you the right person to help you out. Also, if you have any questions, don't forget to ask. And as well, like I said earlier, do not forget to check out my blog, historical Huniah-Yourhighness, where I have lots of articles on Ghana. And my book, Know Ghana Better, which I documented the entire history, tourism and festivals of the Ghanaian tribes. No Ghanaian tribe was left out. I'm not discriminatory. And even though I'm promoting Guan and Ga-dangme language on this channel, doesn't mean in my book in my book is the entire Ghana. Yes, the reason being that not much is being done for Guan and Ga-dangme, which is why I'm doing that specifically on YouTube. But in the book, the entire Ghana, Dagare, Dagbali, Nayale, Safalba, Evalue, Eni, Bawile, everyone, everywhere has been covered. So I would like to say thank you very, very much. And please, if you're attached to support, can you let me know? You can contact. And all I'll say is thank you very, very much. Me da base, me da wana se, me da nyeshie. Na, ya yibara don, ihanya chumbi o. Wabra, nangode, kumika ifo, impulsira, impulsia, me da mwase.
Go.